Ladies and gentlemen, get ready because the IGN reveal is on. They're going to be playing with the developer in this video. So let's see what's in store. Shout out to IGN providing the goods. When you start the match, you are going to be greeted by the underground rules, just like any other stipulation match. No counts, no pinfalls. The only way to win is by knockout, TKO, or submission. Now, one big detail in all of this is that you will be disqualified if you use a weapon. I'm thinking you could tweak those in the match options, right? Like you'll be able to take off no disqualification or disqualification, enable it or whatnot, just depending on how you want to approach the match. I'm hoping that's the case. Some of these matches, when they're gimmick specific, they don't allow it, but I am forever hopeful that we can change this one because I think it's a little silly to have an underground match that's supposed to be like a knockout match and, you know, you can't use weapons. I mean, you could use the announcer's table, of course. You could use the ring post, and that's pretty much it. You can't really interact with the people ringside. So that's something that doesn't really happen in real life either. In real life, don't get involved in the match. So they're just doing it how we see it on TV. So one thing I did notice is that when Roman Reigns is coming out, I didn't like how his regular entrance just turned into this right here. Like you could see the difference in this cutscene. Look at how he's walking fast-paced now. His facial expression changes completely. He slaps his face. And I get it. They're getting ready for this underground match in a different way. But it would have been cool if they would have at least kept it, you know, authentic to Roman Reigns versus everyone having the same exact entrance. I think that's something that we can all agree that's a little Debbie Downer here. It's something that really knocks off the match just a tad bit in terms of presentation, but it's not a deal breaker for me because Elimination Chamber and some of these other matches, they do the same thing. You know, they look around and they grab, and they look around and they grab, and I like the introduction, but within the introduction, I don't like, again, seeing someone like Roman do this, like, yeah. I would have kept him more, you know, kind of monotone, a little bit more. All right, so far, the little gripes that I have with the mode are just presentation nitpicks. It's not the overall gameplay and mechanics of the match itself. In terms of getting to the ring and switching up, you know, the way they look and the visuals, it's just a little off. It's a little off. Let's admit it. Let's get deeper into the match type and see what else we can spot here. I absolutely hate the referee just standing there in the back. I don't understand how we have such an interactive group of people surrounding the ring, but Charles Robinson literally stands in the back looking bored. He's just... Look at him. No reaction whatsoever. I wish we would have seen a little bit more from that end. There's just no interaction from the referee. And referees are part of the story too. We see Charles Robinson joining the fray outside. But again, he just goes outside and stands looking bored again. And it is what it is, folks. They'll fix it eventually, I'm sure. But I thought this year would be the year, at least for the underground experience. So the interaction with the people ringside is going to be limited. And I'm saying this because when Rhea Ripley grabs Roman to Irish whip him to the corner, you could see him kind of go through the ghost version of the crowd. They move out of the way for the match to continue. So they are definitely not behaving like lumberjacks at all. They're like almost invisible while outside the ring. You see how they walk away? They didn't even really like do anything. They walked away in slow motion. They do just stand there for support and for cheering. It's a fight club. That's one thing that the developer did say. They wanted this to feel like real life, which is a fight club environment versus having superstars outside that can be distracting or just not real to the mode. Gameplay no longer works the same because there's no rope or turnbuckle to stop you or set you up to do a move. So they had to adjust accordingly. If you look towards where the Y button is, Rhea Ripley's leg is kind of hanging on the edge while you see Fat Joe here in the corner with his arms leaning onto the apron. So I do like that there's no like glitch going on with that. Here's another sample. You could see Roman Reigns hanging out here as well as he just got tossed by Rhea Ripley. Again, not being glitched by the invisible rope. So they genuinely took out the ropes. See Rhea Ripley's hand as well. That's a bigger deal than you could imagine. Just from a visual standpoint, it would look really awkward if it wasn't like that. So I do like that they were able to get that right. When you're in danger and they do a powerful move or a finisher, that's it. That's all she wrote. But if you reverse it, you're able to survive long enough, you're going to be able to still fight back and have a small chance to turn it around. So I did like that. Danger doesn't mean that the match is totally over. If you reverse and survive long enough, you could recover. So in this clip right here, you could see Roman Reigns do the balancing act, and it's the same as every other superstar. It doesn't really look like Roman Reigns, and I'm sure they'll add more animations in the future. But, you know, what I do like is that we do have some superstars with dedicated moves from the barricade, as they would do jumping off of the apron. But Roman Reigns has a generic one. Like, I want to take this match to the next level, so I really hope you could switch off the DQ. Slamming a superstar towards the post, I did like that. Not just the Irish whip, but being able to carry the superstar towards the post was really cool to see. Like, I like that you could grab from the edge. That's cool that you could stop the animation from grabbing and take advantage. But what I was talking about was this right here, that you could grab and drop them in the corner, not just Irish whip. Well, so you have both options, grabbing and Irish whipping. Backstage brawls as well. They wanted to give you the freedom to grab them better than you normally would in a match. Oh, they did confirm this though. They did confirm that no special referee or multi-man matches will be allowed in this first year, but they are already exploring how to go about it. They want to try to put it in the game in the near future. I really hope that with the underground match, if they allow us to take that into match creation and really customize, you know, again, the DQ stuff is annoying. Take off the knockout stuff as well. That way you could just focus on submissions. Make it more of a like mixed martial arts experience where you
like an Iron Man. Imagine an Iron Man.
You could have that there.
Crazy.
Like I would want to see what that match type can do for us as fans if you're able to customize and tweak it around, because I feel like that match has so much potential to be more than just, you know, the typical danger knockout or you know, go outside and throwing people around to the announcer's table. Like, I want it to be a little bit more specific, a little more grounded, a little bit more you know, mixed martial arts with the grapples and stuff. I want to see how chain wrestling works there too. So if we're able to, you know, really switch it around, I think the match can have an even better vibe than what we've seen in today's video. I think in today's video, they showed the basis of it for people that didn't really know what to expect. But since we had reveals for the backstage brawls and other little sections, we kind of had an idea of what this could look like, and we just saw it play out in real time. So, you know, I'm excited for that, for the customization and how we can approach the underground match, how we feel we should approach the underground match. But outside of that, the underground match, for what it is, it's all right. It's not the greatest thing ever, but it is an enjoyable alternative match type that I will be utilizing for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have some new little snippets that we missed prior that has now been announced. We have finishers off of the top of the ladder, meaning Eddie Guerrero can now do the frog splash. Adding to the fun finishers and signatures can now be activated from the top of the ladder for superstars who have those as part of their movesets from the top rope. Eddie Guerrero, for instance, can do the frog splash, while Macho Man can do the big elbow or double axe handle. There's an all-new minigame when reaching for the briefcase that will now prompt players to press corresponding buttons before the timer runs out with all new animations. In addition, players who find themselves hanging from the object above the ring while the ladder has fallen down can still attempt to win the match. Wow, that's a big deal. That is huge. This is where people are going to go crazy. Now you get to prioritize and switch the repetition and timing on how your superstar performs the move. This year, WWE 2k25 takes this system a step further by empowering players to customize how and when AI performs their assigned moveset attacks. When viewing a move assignment in Create a Moveset, players will see a new option to edit the AI settings for that specific move. This allows you to adjust the priority, repetition, and timing settings for the attack. Some moves make more sense in early phase of the match, while others moves should be saved until the last phase of the match when both superstars have been worn down. AI settings are available for over 150 moveset slots, including springboards, dives, and submissions. Since AI settings are saved as part of the moveset, they are fully supported by community creations. We have so much more to talk about, but we'll save it for our upcoming ringside report, which we will cover different game modes, match types, and more, so stay tuned. Now that we've looked at the underground match, now that we've seen what it has to offer, and we continue to gather all these additional details, we're looking at this revamped WWE 2k25 experience as a very fun, exciting year. And this is just scratching the surface. We still have more news to come, more information to drop, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else this game has in store. What other surprises? Now, when it comes to the underground match, I do see what the developer is saying when it comes to complications. When you remove the rope, being able to stand on the edge is a complicated thing that they were able to accomplish, and seeing it play out in real time was a treat. Seeing how the superstars interact with the turnbuckle and even outside the ring was definitely cool. And what I will say is this: I don't like that the ref is not involved more in the match. There's no emotion from Charles Robinson in that clip. I don't like that the superstars change the way they walk into the ring, and I get it. Based on how different the ring is, you have to kind of rework everyone's entrance. It being done in an X amount of time, you can't capture all superstar animations. That's why Elimination Chamber and specialty matches always have the generic, touching the chain or the ladder or whatever, because they acknowledge their surroundings and it's a universal animation. So I get it, but it's an eyesore that I just wanted to announce and kind of nitpick. If they're able to let us take off the disqualification rules, I see myself playing this mode quite a bit and having fun with the environment. The way it looks and feels is a Fight Club, and I like that you're able to use it in different arenas. They used it in King and Queen, not just NXT, so we're going to be able to bring it to Monday Night Raw and other PLE arenas, and I want to see what that looks like in a WrestleMania environment. So Underground is a solid new match type that I look forward to seeing, and how this all ties down to the island. Because we see how it ties down to the backstage brawls, but the island has to have something with Underground, because I find it weird that instead of giving us a match type like Iron Survivor, they prioritize Underground, and it has to be because of the brawls and things that we're going to get on the island. I think it all comes down to the island. So let's see what the island has in store in a future developer blog. We're going to keep covering the game, and we're going to continue to have fun on our road to WWE 2k25. So if you love wrestling and you love WWE 2k25, hit the like, subscribe, and don't miss out on another stream or video. So
LexxExpress is calling, shaping every view. Subscribe and join the legend, let's see what you'll do.
Every comment's welcome, every like's a cheer. Your opinions light the way, there's nothing you should fear.
Share your thoughts and insights, let your voices grow. With Lexx by your side, the universe will glow.